Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today is the first day one and the only day of my market. I normally do a few days of like market prep, showing you what I'm doing, but schedule has been so tight. I feel like I got some videos in, but I normally do like few days before prior starting on the day off. So it's currently 6:12. And I want to leave my house for 7:30 to get to the market around 8:20, 8:15, because we need to set up. The market starts by 9 and ends by 6. So we want to get like the best out of all that time. That's a 9-hour market, so I'm really hoping for the best. Fingers crossed. It's also, even though it's like my third market, and it's also the most amount I've spent on the market, which isn't like, I guess it's not too bad, because I've seen some markets that like one day it's like 200, one day is like 300. So this one is definitely not like the worst out of like the bunch of like how markets are going. So I'm going to go make food. I'm going to go pack my food for the market, and I'll get back to you when I'm all ready. I'll do like a little quick outfit check. Maybe I should do it now. Okay, hold on. Okay, this is our outfit. It's a top that I knitted myself. I always try and wear something that I have made while I'm at the market. I wish I was wearing earrings like these, especially because I'm doing a promo, but I only made enough earrings to sell. But these are earrings by Lychee Made. They're so sweet, so nice. Also handmade crochet. I got these pants on, and wait, I have this little head cap that I made, and I don't know if I'm gonna wear it or not. I probably wouldn't, but it's like kind of matches. I'm like, we wear it everywhere. So here is all my inventory. By all my inventory, I mean the majority of all my cat beanies, and all my beanies are here. And I have in here all my headbands. Yeah, all my headbands, some signage, and in this box is a bunch of stars that I am doing a collab with a friend, so that he's going to add some keychains into that and is going to sell it there. And in here I have just mostly display stuff. Yeah, it's mostly display things and signage that's in this box. Plus my banner. In this bottom I have the earrings, some headbands, my tablecloth, and some other tools I just bring just in case for the market. Everything is all packed up, and we'll soon go. This time, but everything I see still reminds me of you. Back of all your things, the memories of when I kissed you. Remember when we used to say to each other, we belong together, me and you forever. Tell me where you been, yeah, since like 2 hours. We're almost there. I always wonder whether I like the long hour markets or not. I'm like, okay, I'm like kind of getting like a bang for my buck if I'm here for so long. But then also I'm here for so long, you get tired and stuff. Yeah.
This is the anticipation of first class tickets.
about a day since the market. This is literally the next day after. It is 2:48 p.m. and I'm just gonna give you like a quick rundown on all my thoughts and everything about this market. Overall, I feel kind of meh. I'm like about this market. So this market was just a one-day event. It was at TMU Student Learning Center in Toronto. I live in Pickering, so that's about a 15-minute drive. A lot of the markets are not near where I live because I live in basically the suburbs. So I usually end up going out of the region because it's still in Ontario. It's I always go over to Toronto most of the time. So I'm also looking at going into Scarborough too, because that's where most people that are my demographic live nearby. So it was meant to be from 9 o'clock to 6 p.m. but it's barely anybody who was like really there at 9, and some of our setup actually like went into the 9 o'clock. So some of us were only like fully set up by like 9:30, but that didn't even cause a problem because a lot of people weren't even there at that point. So it was a school. It was the first week of school for TMU students to resume. So it was meant to be like a little welcome back market. Like here's a bunch of like local businesses you can support and stuff like that. But there really weren't a lot of people. People did come. I took like a video of how essentially for most of the day it looked. People could come from a sliding door, like a rotating door, or people would come from a staircase that led upstairs to where like some classes were. Where my table was that it was the traffic from the staircase was where I was receiving. Okay, this is a very, very, very quick illustration of how the market was laid out. So this area here is where the tables were. So this is the sliding that I was talking about. So people would come in and most of them would come into this area here. Or people from the elevator will come down and come into this area here. This area here that I'm circling is where I was. Me and another vendor were there. There was another table for another person, but no one showed up. So I don't know whether I think that meant that it was sectioned off for somebody that just did not end up coming. But there was that space there for somebody to stay. So most of the time, I felt like when I was talking to the vendors during because there were a lot of laws, it felt like a lot of the time we would feel like people that are coming to their side and coming to our side, people that are coming to our side and coming to their side. So I feel like it was a lot of the two. A lot of people from the elevator would see us first, so they would usually stop by us first. But I feel like sometimes they would also notice that it was more at the back, and they would also like end up circulating back. But also just be me trying to like cope with like how it went and stuff. I was just trying to cope with how both of it went, because I feel like at the end of the day, an equal amount of people that came to my side went to their side, because we're still all in the general like peripheral vision. Like it wasn't like anyone was far off from everyone else that it would make it weird for them to go to that person and stuff like that. So the market was pretty much kind of slow for the whole of it, but I still made a few sales. I made a total of 9 transactions, but it's a 9-hour event. But also because of that, another thing about that, it ended up being 8 hours because there was going to be a snowstorm. There was a snowstorm last night. So because there was an anticipated snowstorm, we ended up early, and it didn't really cause any issue because the market did go really bad for some people. There was one vendor beside me, and she does this a lot, and she said that like she goes for almost every single event that organizer does, and she usually makes about like 600-700 profits. But that day she made like $80 profits, and from 1 p.m. she hadn't made any sales after 1 p.m. It was pretty bad for her too. So it was like really bad for a lot of us. It wasn't really great. So I even like other vendors were basically saying that that's just not how it was. I had seen another vendors posts about this event, and she said like she did really well. She went for like the September one during the summer, and people said like that one went so well. So I think what it is about the timing and the mindset of the students, because it is a university market and everybody coming there is a student, because you do need a card to actually enter this place. So anybody in that building is a TMU student, or with a TMU student, or has an affiliation with TMU and has the card. There's this card that they use to get for like September. People are coming back from summer vacations. They're all really happy. They're all really like in a good mood. They may not mind like dropping a few hundred, dropping a bunch of money like on markets, because it's already like in summer and they're still in the vacation mode. You're not really fully into the mindset of school. You're like, no, I don't want to go to school yet. School is not happening. And a little markets of people selling stuff maybe like kind of like get you out of that mindset. But this was also the first, but that was September. This was January, first week of school. A lot of people don't actually go to the first week of school from what I heard. So the vendors are actually university students from that school, and some of them did say that not everybody comes to school on the first day, on the first week, because it was a Friday, so it was the last day of the first week. But a lot of people don't actually come to school on the first week of school. When people came, people were really nice, people were really sweet. It was really nice like talking to everybody there. All the students were like really nice. I even met like this other girl, Ella, if you're watching, hi. Made a bunch of new products for the market too. I mean, mainly being a variety of earrings and headbands. I chose to make knit headbands, and a lot of people really like knit headbands. Knit headbands sold. All my bow earrings sold, so I'm going to make a bunch more bow earrings for this market. I only made about 9 earrings to sell, and the only earrings that sold were my bow earrings. I got a lot of people like really interested in like the other earrings. Some things that will happen was that people would want to wear something, or people would like something, but it just didn't fit them. So they would either, one person didn't want to like even order at all because she said she doesn't even know how it fits and how it's going to look on her, so she doesn't want to buy at all, like get online. Some people took it and said that they would order online. But a lot of the time I've gotten, in this last few markets I've done, I always get people that say they're going to like do customs, but most people don't end up buying. Most end up placing orders, mostly because it just falls out of your mind, or maybe you just don't need it as much, or you don't feel that need to get it anymore. Happens all the time. But that was one of the things. So I'm thinking something that I could improve on would maybe be making bigger sizes, or making my default sizes be a bit bigger. So the sizes I make, they fit around like a 20-inch head pretty kind of loosely, and they go up to like a 23. My head is pretty big, so like the sizes I make don't usually fit me, but I think I should start making them such a way that maybe it won't fit me loosely, but it could fit my head, and I'm like, yeah, I think this is okay, just so it has a wider range of people. Or maybe start labeling some hats as being bigger than others, so if someone says that they have a big head, that will help them, like that will probably fit on them. And also making more of my scrap yarn beanies. Every time I make scrap yarn beanies for my market, they always sell. But the thing is that they are also like one of the most time consuming things to make, just because I'm cutting yarn and tying it up. If I did that once or twice or 3 times in a project, that doesn't take up so much time, but because of the nature of how sporadic and how different it's meant to be, I am cutting it like maybe 20, 30, 40 times in one project. So that does amount up to making it take more time to like actually make. So I need to make more of them, and to make it worth my time, actually increase the prices, because I do have them like the same price as my regular beanies and my knit beanies, and it just isn't the same amount of time going into it. So I need to increase my price for that. Another one was also making star beanies. When I went to Mutual, my first market. People loved the star beanies, the regular card beanies with like these dangling star ends. I feel like I want to make more of those because those are like my personal favorite, and I like just having like dangling bits. I love fiddling with stuff, and it's really nice to just have something to fiddle with. I just like an extra element that makes it look more interesting and more fun to like look at. So I want to definitely to make more, because I actually didn't have any star beanies for this market because I didn't have so much time to make things. I also did not have enough supplies in person, and I just couldn't make that run to the store worth it if it's only to just get like a bunch of colors that I only have in mind to make stars and not any other like stuff, you know. So I didn't do that. But the next markets that I do in February, when I find one, I'm going to definitely do a bunch of star beanies. I'm also thinking of labeling things. I didn't ever really think that I needed to, because I feel like, at least for me, when I look at my things, I do understand what I'm like it is. But some people, I like noticed someone like walked by and they like thought my card beanies were book sleeves, and like I was so confused. I was like, oh wait, really? I've never like thought that some people may not actually understand what they are, and it is very fair because not everybody actually understands what card beanies are. Because I've had people, the closest thing I've had to that is people asking why the hat is shaped like that, and I explained that it will sit your manner in your head in such a manner that it creates the appearance of like cat ears on your head. But I've never had anyone like try almost like associate it with like something else. So maybe adding labels to titles to my pricing labels. But yeah, besides from that, the market was okay. I had my friend Kai, friend of the channel Kai. Kai's account is going to be here. He's been at every single market that I have done so far. February markets, most likely he wouldn't be at any of them, which is so sad. But I am still even looking for February markets, and I'm hoping like I find something that I'm really going to like. Pros and cons. Pros is that it is actually relatively cheap compared to markets nowadays. A lot of markets are like upwards to $200-300 for a day, and I just can't justify it to myself right now to go for a market that is priced like that. Like, tables and chairs were provided, thank God I did that, because a lot of markets don't do that nowadays, and you're just paying for the space. It doesn't make sense. What were provided, like wonderful organizers. The organizer was there throughout. It was these two people. They were both really sweet. They were both really helpful. They were like great, nice audience. The people, they were really nice. I was like talking about them. So nice, so great. Cons, it was pretty slow. So I didn't make as much as I thought I would. The thing is, I really want to give this another try. So I want to do another market in the future organized by Rec. Thing is that they are always on weekdays. And as you may or may not know, I am 16. I currently go to high school. And I did miss a day of school to go for this market. But I can't keep constantly missing school just to go for events, even though to me, if it was only me, I'm not complaining, but I have parents. I was actually kind of happy. It was kind of saddening too, because every time when the laws came, it was kind of discouraging not having people around. But then looking back at it, I'm happy I still did the event. I met some really nice people. It was actually really small, which was an interesting one. The other markets I have done, I've had like a good chunk of people. They're like 20 plus, but this one had like 10, and that was an interesting thing. Like, oh, that's cool. But yeah, I'm really happy that I did this, and I hope you enjoyed this. I know I usually end up ranting. I did have notes. I was looking at notes because I knew I was going to forget something, but I don't end up just ranting a bunch. And I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. If you love this, tell me why you love this. I want to talk to you guys. So yeah, that being said, thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.